You ever learn something so messed up that you just kind of have to share it? Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank and I'm hoping that you are having a great day. This is going to be a brief video because I'm not covering a game or a card game or a collectible or anything like that. I suppose it is technically a collectible. Instead, I'm covering a bit of history. You see, every so often when you buy a box of kids' cereal, you'll find a little treat inside, whether it be like a sticker or a bouncy ball, some kind of toy. When I was a kid, we had color changing spoons. That was pretty cool. Usually as part of some kind of cross promotion with the cereal brand in question. And this has been going on for a very long time. Cereal companies have been using these little bonus items as a way to get kids to pester their parents to buy that particular brand of cereal for, well, probably for as long as cereal has been around, if I'm going to be honest. And I want to talk about a particular sort of toy, that came out in the 1940s. And there's really no way to say it. It was a ring that could give your kids cancer. Now, the General Mills Kix brand cereal is one that I'm sure several people are familiar with. I ate some of it when I was growing up, as did plenty of people I knew, and it was one of the cereal brands that often had a toy inside the box. Just another little bonus for eating your cereal, right? Well, back in 1947, it turns out, Kix would offer a special little promotion. You would take a little form, the top of a box, and 15 cents, and ship that off to General Mills, and in return, you would get a ring. An atomic bomb ring. Now, keep in mind that 1947, this was immediately after World War II, so this was an incredibly insensitive toy to be given out to kids. I mean, it's basically saying, yeah, fuck those guys. Here's a little commemorative toy. But if making light of the events of Hiroshima and Nagasaki weren't enough, it turns out that these atomic bomb rings were very dangerous in a very specific way. Removing the red base at the top of the bomb ornament on the toy ring would reveal a lens that kids could look through in a dark room, showing off a little display of colorful lights. And I'm sure that this was just meant to be a little piece of entertainment for the kids, but as it turns out, this was caused by a very particular interaction going on with the ring. You see, the problem with these little atomic bomb rings was that the little light show you got by looking inside it wasn't caused by some special mirrors or lenses or anything. It was caused by the radioactive isotope plutonium-210, which interacted with the lens of the ring in a very special way, which caused said light show. Now here's the problem. Plutonium-210, as I said, is radioactive. In fact, it's very radioactive for even the small dose contained within the ring. Now, from what I'm able to find, plutonium-210 is not a serious radiation hazard when it's outside the body. However, keep in mind that this was a toy for kids. And kids like to put stuff in their mouths and eat tiny things, especially when they're the smaller kind of kids. You know, that's why there's warning labels on everything. Plutonium-210 is incredibly dangerous when ingested. And one can only imagine the horror of learning that your child has swallowed something that was so monumentally toxic. Which brings me around to just kind of the point of this little video. This was absolutely insane to me. I learned this For you guys, like 2 days ago, I learned this yesterday, and I was absolutely taken aback by it. And I found that to be an absolutely crazy story, something that would not have flied in today's world. There would be no way that anyone would approve of such a radioactive material being used for a kid's toy. And a little bit of a side note, I usually believe that when I'm talking about a potential collectible item on the channel, I'd like to own it myself just to, show it off. But the reason I don't own the atomic bomb ring, the reason I'm not showing it off to you guys, is not because it's dangerous and radioactive. Plutonium-210 has a very short half-life of like 138 days. And these were released in 1947, so the chances of one of these still being radioactive and dangerous instead of just being a hunk of lead on a ring is effectively zero. But this is an expensive little toy. I was looking on eBay, and all the ones I could find were well over $100. So that's the reason I'm not showing off one of the rings for you guys. As much as I would love to do that. Maybe show off the little insensitive nuke ring, But yeah, that's just a wild tale that I felt like sharing with you guys. Once upon a time, General Mills thought it was okay to send off little radioactive rings to kids, and people were just cool with it. So that's your little bit of interesting toy history for the week. I hope you enjoyed the video. I was absolutely blown away by the subject when I first heard about it. If you enjoyed, of course, do all those things. Liking, subscribing, leave a comment. All those good things help the channel stand out. That's what the algorithm likes, and we're here to please the algorithm. But also, if you enjoyed this video, do consider leaving a like, because your uncle is unhealthy. He wants to get healthy. So for every like this video gets, I'll do a push-up in the next one. I'll see you kids then. My previous video got 22 likes. Whew, that's 22.